What is up, everyone? Today I wanted to do a topic I've been wanting to do. How to sleep in your cargo van in the winter with no heater and even down to negative 20 degrees, which I did several times this year. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Now, first of all, when I was doing research, like getting the heater, the diesel heater isn't even expensive. It's inexpensive. I was like, well, let me see what's up. Let me see if there's other avenues that I could take rather. And then I took them and dude, I was fine. Down to negative. I slept in negative. It was like negative 17 with a bunch of wind chill, negative 15, and then the next night was like negative 18 in North Dakota 4 days in a row. But I'll get into that later. But first off, the first thing you need is a mummy sleeping bag. I mean, that thing, like, I'm not even kidding. Like, let's say, for instance, it was 0 degrees. I didn't even, like, react to the cold. Later on, I talked to my buddy who he goes in the woods and sleeps in them in hammocks, and he'd be in the same elements. But he told me something else. I'll get into later. Like down quote, like serious, like blankets. I didn't have those. I had regular comforters. I had a princess comforter and another one from our home. So that I guess works too. I mean, so I'll probably add those to next year. But okay. Like I was saying, like 0 degrees though. In that, I was chilling. My legs would wake up warm. I'll get into later what else I do. I always too like I sleep at rest stops with buildings because let's say the van doesn't start, I have a safety net of a building, a warm building. You know what I mean? Like so that's something that I always kept. Especially having 4 kids and a wife. Just you never know, but I swear I. Sometimes when it'd be negative something, I wouldn't even put the mummy fully on, and then I'd just have the comforters over me. I'd still be fine. You do wake up chilly. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm a Minnesotan, so to me, like I don't know. Have AAA roadside assistance. I wrote just that because that's just obviously I had AAA before I started this, and then I got roadside assistance with the full coverage insurance. So like to me, like that's obviously important, but that's why I sleep at rest areas with a building because then worst case scenario I just go in the building, call them. Now I do have hand warmers and all that, and I've never used them because I didn't need to. The only reason too I did this topic was because it's my first winter in it without a diesel heater, and I don't think I'm gonna get one because I never really felt like I needed one. Like it would be cool. I understand it. Like I'm not saying like it makes sense. Like you don't have to go through these channels of doing this, but like I sleep cold anyways. So like to me it was not. I'm serious too. I'd tell you guys if I needed a diesel heater I'd get one, but so far I didn't see anything, to where I was freaking out. I put extra blankets, and that was what I was talking about, comforters and stuff. I have 2 of them, but like I'm probably gonna get one of those really warm ones that my buddy was talking about. Thermal pants. A lot of this stuff is in the description too. I got these thermal pants. They're jeans, and what I could have done too is put thermals on under that, but I didn't. So like I mean, there's even more protection I could do, but those work great. Thermal shirt. I always have a thermal shirt under here. Then I had my hoodie on, and then I didn't do this at first, and then I slept with my Carhartt on, and that changed the game too, because then I didn't have to put the mummy even all the way up, because I didn't really like. That's one thing I didn't like. I didn't like being fully constricted by the mummy sleeping bag because just for me that's not my style. But I only had to do that. I did that the third night I was in the negative 20 in what's it called? North Dakota, in North Dakota I was in, and like that I did that and I was fine. It's just crazy how it works. And two, you got to be built for this stuff, like because like I get it. Some people wouldn't be built for that. I know some Southern people who too were talking to me on this, and they're like, "Oh, I can't wait to come up there when it's nice," and I'm like, "Dude, it's like, that's why I'm saying it's everyone's different." And two, I've been through some things in life, so to me, sleeping in the cold is not even a big deal. And I am Minnesotan, so Like when I lived in Florida, like that was cool for a couple years, but I came back and everyone thinks it's weird. They're like, "Oh my god, it's cold." I'm like, "Dude, it's cold for like a month." The rest to me is like nothing. Like seriously. Um, but that's probably adapting, human adaptation. I don't know. Um, Hats, gloves. I actually interesting though. I heard somebody say on one of those sites that their diesel thermal got stolen off their truck. That's crazy. Um, so that's why I said then too. There's thermal socks. I wore thermal socks. And I was fine. Like, dude, my feet would be sweating in the mummy. That's for sure. Hats, gloves. I think a night or two out of this winter, I put on the hat and gloves, and that helped too. But I mean, I don't know. I think I only did that 2 nights. Um, and then no heater, no insulation. I was just putting that, just saying like, yeah, I have neither. Like I've heard of both, and I'm not against it. It's just I wanted to play this year out just to see how it was. And like I said, I'm dead serious. I don't even think I'm gonna make those proper avenues. And then too, if I wanted to, when it is like -20, I can just go south because it was only like that a couple weeks here. Because when it's like I'm serious, when it's like 0 degrees even, I'm fine. Like I don't even. It's not even a big deal whatsoever. But that's why I said I always make sure I go to rest areas with buildings just because I have kids and a wife. Like, or else I just wouldn't do that. I wouldn't even like. But well, it's still smart. But that's the reason I made that decision. Now, a game changer is a portable charger. I learned that real quick. I didn't really even think of it. I'm just, oh, yeah, I'm my own boss, fun. And then my phone almost died. My wife, though, has Life 360. And so she knew my battery was about to die. She called, boom, and she made sure I was on time to my, and I've never been late on a delivery, so that was cool. But I have the portable charger, and what I do is I actually put it inside of my, because I watch shows all night when I'm on the road, and sleep to them because that's just what I do on the road. At home, I don't do that, but it's just a form of comfort. Some of the shows I like, and I put the portable charger, and I never messed with one of those. It was $4 at Walmart. I think I have the link in the description. It was so cheap. My kid bought like a $40 one because he couldn't find the cheap one at Walmart. He just like drove me nuts. I'm like, dude, return it. I'll just buy the cheap one because it works like literally in that cold. When I put it in the there's actually a part of the mummy that holds a phone too. I haven't messed with that, but just put it right in there. My phone's good to go in the morning. So you definitely get that if you do not have one, and if you're ever in the cold. But the thing is too, up north, what I've heard is people don't come up here as much. And that showed evident because people say these are the slow seasons, but it was, we made good money all winter. So to me, leaving even in the winter, I've been debating like when it gets super cold just for a week here and there, maybe I'll go down south, but I don't think so. I think I'm just gonna adapt next year, get like that thermal comforter stuff, get that's pretty much all I'd need to be completely smooth sailing because I really like how I go to a building. Like I say, that's really important to me because then you have an outlet. Like if your van didn't start, then what? Then I would be sitting in a mummy calling, and that'd be it would work, but it would be like, now put your items in the thermal socks. That's what I learned too, because I mean not everyone has this, but I had my GoPro, things like that, and like and my vape and any other technology you'd have. I'd put them in the thermal socks, bind them up, and then I'd put them in my backpack, and then they'd hold enough charge for in the morning that they wouldn't be completely dead. I learned that too, because like that's annoying too. Now, the reason I brought this up, this pop exploded. I don't know if you guys seen this vlog, but after 3 days of sleeping in the -20-ish weather in North Dakota, and the reason I bring that up is that's how cold it was. I think what happened was they kept refreezing, and then I thought like a window got shattered by someone. I woke up like, whoa, whoa, whoa. So then I learned I would put my pops up on the heater during the day. But what's funny is that just shows how good the mummy is. Like seriously, the mummy is just like, it's that cold, and I just didn't even react. And I wanted to touch on that. I could have done more. Like seriously, like I said, I could have got the thermal comforters and stuff like that. I even thought now, like as I was writing this list, I could maybe get another mummy, and then it wouldn't even be a problem. But I don't know which route I'm gonna go. Yeah, so next year I'm going to. I don't think I'm gonna get any of those additives. As you guys know, though, I'm big on budgeting and financing, and just unless it's a need. So far, it hasn't been a need. I'm curious how the summer's gonna go. I get really into just like, you know, I'm camping mode. So we'll see how that goes. I mean, I know there's AC units and stuff, but I do sleep cold, so I guess we're gonna have to see how that goes. But if anyone's got any suggestions for in the summer, because that's why I wanted to do this video, because I know there's a lot of people who want to come up here in the winter, but they wait till it gets better. That's just what I've heard. So, I mean, if you get some of these items, you're good. You can come to the Midwest and take some of my loads. But yeah, I just wanted to do this video and just talk about how it went too. This is just more to how to sleep in it and how it went for me. And but also I'm a Minnesotan, you know, so I'm sort of like a you know, a different breed when it comes to the cold. I remember being when I lived in Florida a couple years, and people would be like, you know, freezing, and like, you know, it was like 50 in the morning, and I'd be in shorts and a t-shirt, like, what's going on here? But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I just wanted to do this just to go over it and say how it went too, and how you could adjust to sleeping in it if you're from here or if you want to come here. Because the winter, dude, it was so easy to get loads compared to already I'm seeing how people are coming up here more with it getting nicer. But that's fine. I'm not one of those people. There's so much money to be made in this industry, so I'm not even caring. I mean, you know, come up, see the beautiful North. But anyways, you guys have a beautiful day. Like, share, subscribe if you want. Hit the bell notification if you want. If you don't want to, whatever, dude. But anyways, we're out. We're going to have some fun today. We're going to this place called Grand Slam. We're going to go have a family day before we're back on the grind tomorrow. So everyone have a good day.